All right, first record of the night, Ludacris with a brand new single. The song is called Pull Over. Let's see what he got. I think, I'll wait. Let me go back, see if we got some beat there in the back. You know, I'll be honest, this is the kind of record that makes me really miss the mixtape era. Like the idea that somebody could drop a song and if they just left you those 4 to 8 bars looped in there, you could flip that and have a song out by 3 p.m. I like the record. I think it's dope. I think it's a good, I would call this a return record for Ludacris because, he hasn't had music out in a long time. And once again, another OG from the golden era and generation of hip hop. Although he kind of came in the back end, but I think he still was a really good representative of hip hop as a whole, of like what hip hop was supposed to be. Both, even though his music was lighthearted, it was fun, it was bouncy, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too dark ever. Which I do feel like is part of what the turns of his status as far as like what people consider grace is, and I think that those kind of things kept him from that because hip hop has a tendency to have more of like expect a harder, less approachable, more like standoffish kind of vibe, and he never gave that. He was definitely more on the side of like, fun, animated, you know what I mean? All his album covers, all his music, everything was very big and colorful. And I think this stays true to that brand 100%. I don't love the hook. I think the hook could be catchier, honestly. I think it's not super repetitive. I think that my favorite part of the hook is the skirt. And personally, me as a songwriter, I would have probably structured that a little bit differently, so the beat could shine a little bit more, because it almost seems like he's rapping over the entire beat. You don't even really hear the beat until that last. But that beat right there, that record, like. I'll say the beat for sure, because to me I don't know if the record has the legs that I was hoping that it has. But again, if this is like a new rollout for Luda, which it seems to be with most of these older artists that are rolling out new music, and it really seems to be like there's this like new itch to say like, oh, I can still compete, I can still rap, I can still come out and do this. And you guys know what I credit that to, because I think it's important to look at it that way. And I think for me, it is really about the sport of like how dope and how original and how masterful can you be with the art. And I think, there's almost nobody better than Ludacris in regards to that. This DJ TOOMB record is crazy. And, I think he was definitely right in choosing this record. I just don't feel like, if you don't know, now you know. But for me, I'm very big on features. I'm very big on imagining. And, it's no slight to the artist and the choices they decided to go. My creative mind and my fandom for other artists immediately goes, what would Jeezy sound like on that? What would T.I. sound like on that? You know what I mean? Like, what would even Gucci sound like on that? What would like an Atlanta? I already guys told you like that. With the mega mixes, like the back in the day mega mixes. To me, those records, there was just something cool about hearing all of these artists get on these records. And, that's one of the things I miss the most about the mixtape era, is like the idea that you could hear somebody go on somebody else's beat and do it better than them. That, to me, is the equivalent of really that maintained the game to where you had to come hard, the hardest on a record. You had to be sharp. You had to be creative. You couldn't slack on anything, because somebody can come over and take that record and flip it better than you did, and now it's theirs. I think there was a lot of pressure for that. So
subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you want the latest and greatest, do it for the game. Use it, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you want the latest and greatest, do it for the game. Music takes, music takes. These are